It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. All that and more coming up next.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New York Jets. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. On the return is Gibson. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball again on second down. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Now Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. They got 29 yards that time.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Swift. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try it now with Swift. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Moore, the man in motion. And they'll get it to him on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 64 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And here on 3rd down, your number 1 goal, Don't be a hero. Just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are once again back in front.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Williams on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw again, Williams. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a toss for Swift left side. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Moore, the man in motion. They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On the option to give to Swift here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's third down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Shoves him aside. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Back to throw. Williams. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. On the return is Gibson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And a completion to Wilson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. On the draw, it's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
On first down, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
3rd and goal, option right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly. And most of the time, unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the main field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by a field goal. 1:54 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Back to throw. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Dancing to his left. Powering his way forward. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Get 300.
Rodgers to throw. being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary is a unit. They've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. One final try now for Rodgers. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And then one final chance on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.